Welcome to GameBros. This is Kuko.
This is Hitman.
And this is White Dragon.
Coming to you live from our GameBros studios here in beautiful Miami, Florida. And like always, we have a lot of stuff that we need to cover. So we're going to do it. We're going to do kind of like a fast dash of information for you guys. And basically, this is our E3 pre-coverage of what we want E3 to show us or things that we know about already. And we're just gonna break down a lot of stuff. Like first, we're gonna break down the show into 3 parts. The first one, we're gonna do a segment of third-party stuff, and then we're gonna go with Xbox and then PlayStation. So that's our 3 segments for today's show. So starting off with third-party stuff, Gearbox, the creators of Borderlands, have announced a game called BattleBorn, and it's a very cartoony style. They went away from the cel-shaded style that they had in Borderlands. And Alex, what do you think when you saw the video of this game?
Kind of reminds me of Sonic, those characters. I kind of like it. It's a little blocky for me. I don't know. I don't think it's to my taste. It's not my type of genre game.
Well, honestly, like I actually thought it was cool. I liked it. It's different from the Borderlands. The Borderlands colors are kind of bland and boring. This is more, it has more color, more feel. Like the characters look like characters.
Yeah, Borderlands did look a little plain.
And the cool thing is that this one actually has, it's basically a class system. There's 20 different characters. Every character has its own class. It is a first-person shooter just like Borderlands. And they all have their own, powers, unique abilities and stuff. And it's a 4-player co-op just like Borderlands. We're going to keep referring to it like Borderlands because the same guys make it.
Yeah.
And there's not... The only difference is that they will have a multiplayer. They are going to have a MOBA style like 4 versus 1 thing. They're going to have a lot of 4 versus 4 matches too. So Borderlands didn't have multiplayer, so this one will. And I think that's pretty exciting. When I first saw Borderlands, I wasn't too happy with the style that they used. Instead, I actually like this style.
Did you play Borderlands quite a bit, or you weren't a big fan of it?
Oh, yeah. I got my Claptrap. I got a couple of stuff. I played all the Borderlands. I beat them all. I actually like playing it. I like that on the last one, you could play 4-player split screen, which is something that a lot of games don't do anymore.
No,
which is like at least in my house, I got a bunch of kids. I got 3 boys, and they love to game. So it's me and my other 2 kids are playing it. And it's a really, really fun game. I actually like that they changed the way it looked because it needed a revamp. The graphics and the engine on Borderlands was getting kind of stale, and they stretched out 3 games out of it, actually. So this changing the graphics and changing the art style, I think, was a good move by Gearbox. What do you think, White Dragon?
About BattleBorn or about Borderbox?
About BattleBorn.
I think it looks a little bit too Disney-like. Like, the colors are really bright and vibrant, and I think kids would love it, really, a lot. But I don't know, it's not for me.
Yeah, I think it appeals to a different type of audience is where I guess she's going to come from, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it depends, because I don't see why adults wouldn't like it. You liked Borderlands. I didn't like Borderlands in particular. Maybe she might have. But yeah, I could see how that's kind of just more of a kids genre. But the 4-player split screen thing that they had, that's like one of those. That's cool. It's a dying feature. Like nobody really does 4-player split screens anymore because of online. I mean, it's cool to have at home, like do LAN and stuff like that, but I don't think anybody does it anymore.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that you could do 2-player split screen and then play with 2 other people online, which was a good thing. So Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Alex, you're a big Metal Gear fan. You probably know more Metal Gear history than I do. I couldn't remember I couldn't remember Gray Fox's name last week. So Metal Gear is a very, very good game. Hideo Kojima makes a good engine. The Fox engine is amazing. I always recommend everybody to go play Ground Zeroes just to see the graphics and the physics in a game. It's freaking awesome. So
and you can download it for free on PlayStation Plus if
yeah,
anybody wants to get that. Did you like it?
I haven't tried it yet.
You haven't tried it yet? Ooh,
yeah.
Definitely.
But I really do want to try it, and I have it there downloaded.
It's going to be somewhat of a new feel. I mean, especially coming into the Metal Gear franchise. Mm-hmm. So, because every Metal Gear has been different. Every gameplay toward it is different. The same characters, The storyline just continues and continues. Actually goes back and then forward, but the gameplay is always changing. And now this one, it's like he says that the physics of it, the dynamics of it, the ergonomics, everything is changed completely in it. So I think you'd be impressed if you like it.
And I like how the dynamic weather, and it just completely changes when you have nighttime and daytime.
Oh yeah.
So I know they're trying to call in. The thing is, today is going to be very, very hard. No, we're going to take calls close to the break.
Yeah.
So hold your calls to the end of the show. To the end of the break, when we take our break videos, then we'll take calls for like 2 minutes. Sorry guys. So Metal Gear Prodigy, I don't know if you want to run the film so people can see Metal Gear. They're all in order. So
yeah, let's run that film.
It's right there. It's that one. Trust me, it's all in order. Yeah, it's got a different name for it, but it. So Hideo Kojima does a great job. Metal Gear. It is a story. It started from Nintendo and it's keep rolling out. He keeps adding new stuff to it. He keeps going back and forth in the real timeline. Mm-hmm. But check out the graphics. All this is in engine. Everything is amazing.
In game, yeah. Graphically, they are superior in every aspect.
And people are used to Metal Gear being a first party PlayStation thing, but it became third party with the last Metal Gear. Ground Zeroes came out for both. I think 4 came out just for PlayStation, right? PlayStation
Metal Gear Solid 4 was an exclusive. Metal Gear has been an exclusive since part 1.
For the most part.
They came out with Substance, Metal Gear Substance. There's Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance was an Xbox port. Didn't really take off very well. But other than that, Metal Gear has been a PS4 exclusive. Yeah. I mean, as you can see, just these graphics are just unbelievable.
So did you have a lot of multiplayer experience with the Metal Gear?
Well, MGO was introduced in Subsistence.
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't know if our fans ever played that, but MGO was awesome. It was so much fun. It was its own like little network. Like it wasn't like you used your PSN name to get on. It had you go on, make your own username. It was so unique. There was nothing like it.
Was the physics in the shooting the same? Because something I like that Prodigy said, and I'm like, all games should do this. When you shoot someone in the hand, he can't use his hand. You shoot him on the foot, he can't use his foot. You shoot him in the radio doesn't work. Why don't more games do this? I love this about Metal Gear. And I want to know, did it translate to online? Can you do the same? Can you shoot a gun out of someone's hand or shoot them in the foot?
No, you couldn't do that. It wouldn't.
So it's converted to more like a regular multiplayer game.
Yeah, but the gameplay was the same. Because remember, now you're not playing an AI. When you're playing an AI on the story mode, it's completely different. But when you're playing online, the gameplay was the same, but you couldn't do what you're saying, like shoot out the radio.
That would be amazing. Like if you shoot he's shooting you, shoot him in the shoulder, and he's trying to shoot with one hand. I think that would be cool.
I know, but then you'd have a bunch of people shooting with one hand, pretty much. That's what the game would become. It'd be too simple, It just wouldn't be as fun. I think.
But to me, it'd be more realistic.
Yeah.
I think it would be more. Maybe it would be better with like maybe a stronger weapon. You can do that, like disable your opponent.
Like I always love like sitting underneath the Jeep and watching people walk by and shoot their feet.
But the game,
and they just start hopping around and you're like laying down. I used to like doing that. I used to like messing around with people like that.
No, don't get me wrong, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with Metal Gear. I mean, the game is perfection. It is.
Hideo Kojima.
He has made.
Alex is stroking it.
How does it work? Is the characters? How do you pick?
No, you're for the most part in all the games except 2 for some reason, you're always the same character. You're always either
it's very
Solid
What's
Snake
the character?
The main character in this particular one is Big Boss. He has a bunch of different code names. He pretty much started the franchise, if you want to go back and say
and
that.
Then he got
Because
cloned.
your other characters in the earlier Metal Gears, like Solid Snake and Liquid Snake, were all copies of him.
Because when I see the video, I see a woman.
That's a character in this particular Metal Gear.
So there's a lot
So
of
it's
characters.
not Big Boss. It's someone else.
Well, no, you're not. I don't think you get to play as her. Big Boss, which is Venom Snake. They have
The guy with the eye patch.
The guy with the eye patch is
That's
the
the
character
guy
you
you
play
use.
with, and then these other ones are all characters included. Like the guy in the back there that looks like a cowboy.
Revolver.
That's supposed to be Revolver Ocelot.
Yeah, younger version.
A younger version of him. So you can see him aging from Snake Eater.
So
to now.
basically, they clone him, and that's what you play in other variations of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
But usually, you're just him. And in Metal Gear Solid 2, for some reason, you got to play as Raiden.
Raiden.
And that
Which
just
is
to
another
switch it
character.
up for some reason. There's a bunch of different characters. There's a little sci-fi in it where you have a vamp that's like a vampire and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But you don't get to play them. You just encounter them. And
They're,
all their
they're
boss
basically
battles
villains.
are awesome.
There's a lot of there's boss battles. Like I'm pretty sure that Sniper is going to be a boss. We're going to having to fight her, kind of like Sniper Wolf in Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, like that's what I liked about Metal Gear. It was like a open world game, but it had boss battles like Mega Man and all these other ones.
Yeah.
So it's cool because you get to a certain boss and they're all different. You have one that's a sniper, so you have to approach that differently. Then you have one that likes to do close quarter combat. That one does it differently. So you're always trying to figure out what the boss does and try to figure out his way of fighting. That way you could counter his attacks. That's why I liked Metal Gear Solid a lot.
I want to know our fans in the chat, like, who was your favorite boss battle?
Psycho
Mantis was your favorite?
Oh, hell yeah. Hands down. Hands down, number one boss I have ever fought.
Yeah. Or you have to take
Andy?
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't a PlayStation guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he
That's
didn't
true.
play. His hands would melt if he was
Yeah,
playing
he
on
would
it.
be- you know.
So basically, let me tell you why real quick. So Psycho Mantis was a guy that used his psycho abilities to try to beat you. So he knew every move you would make before you made it. So you're there trying to fight him, you're there, and you're like, how the heck do I beat this guy? He knows every move I make, everything I'm doing, every button I press. That same face, that's the face I had. Like, how the heck? And I figured it out on my own. I took out my controller out of port 1, stuck it in port 2, and he didn't know.
That's really cool.
This was in
didn't do it no
1998.
more. They didn't do it. And he read your memory card. It's like, oh, I saw you playing Parappa the Rapper. What kind of game is that?
Yeah.
See, look.
Those were all-
That's the kind of games that made me
Yeah.
fall in love with video games.
Like
That's
Hideo
amazing.
created that
Then
boss
later
battle.
on in that same game, it goes, the code is in the case, and It took me 5 days with my brother Richard. Dog, what code? Where is this case? What case? Running around the whole damn building trying to find this
It's
case.
on the back of the CD case.
On the CD case was the codec. And then I'm like, Richard, could it be the CD case? And when you use the CD case, you turned it around, add a codec. You put the codec in the game. Oh, I'm glad you found the case. I'm like, you faggots. Why? For days. That's why Metal Gear is my favorite. That's why I have Metal Gear.
It was very
everywhere.
unique, yeah.
I have Phantom Pain stuff already down here. I haven't opened it yet. I had a bunch of Metal Gear stuff, but it broke. But I have my Metal Gear. I love Metal Gear as a franchise.
And not only that, the new Metal
Should
Gear that's
put it
coming
over
out,
here.
if you buy the collector's edition for $99, you can get Big Boss's bionic arm, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
done.
With the polygon
Done.
head. See, that's the Solid Snake character who you get to play with in all the other Metal Gears.
So let's move on. So Division.
Oh, the Division. This game.
Clean yourself, Alex. Clean yourself.
Clean myself.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean by clean myself?
Like Division.
Yeah.
So it's an awesome game. Are you excited?
Which one?
Division.
I don't know that one.
Okay, so it's a Ubisoft game. It's a
Prodigy, let's hit that. We got a video on that? We
Yes,
don't have a
you
video
do.
on that?
It's in order.
It's
Okay, no.
so
Move a little bit more. A little bit more. Move.
The Division, they've
It's
been
there. It's there. Look for it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. One more.
there we go.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Project. Look at this.
We had a little error
Look
there.
at this game.
Yeah, this
Look
game
at
is
the
unbelievable.
graphics. I remember the other people. I'm not gonna name other outlets.
the
They were
Village
going
people?
crazy because he closes the door by himself. It's like, oh my god, he closed the door by himself. Like the car door was open.
I'm sorry,
and he
but that's
grazed
awesome.
It. You think
Did
so?
you see the video when we were showing it earlier? When the guy is like behind, he's taking cover. You guys can see it now. I don't know if he'll show it, but he's taking cover, and you
The
see all the
door's
bullet
open.
holes going across his head, and he closes the door to kind of get past it. I mean,
So this is an open world survival game. It's Black Friday happens and everybody's shopping, and for some reason during Black Friday outbreak happens and New York City just goes to craziness. And so you're trying to survive, and you can play with other friends. This is a massive multiplayer game, and you can play with your friends and try to survive. Your scavenging stuff to try to look around to try to get stuff so you can survive. And the cool thing is that you could also play it with your tablet or phone. Watch Dogs did a great job with that. I know they didn't get a lot of credit for their game, but Watch Dogs, I remember playing at my house on a tablet, messing around with other people's game. I would go around calling cops and chasing down what's this guy's name in Watch Dogs? I forgot his name right now. Aiden Pierce.
Yeah, I forgot his name already.
And then you messed around with the tablet and you move the helicopter and you chase them down. So basically, you could do the same thing here. You could use a quadcopter in the game and you use a tablet or
Are they using Lily?
a phone. Yeah, they're using Lily. They're flying around, and it could drop supplies, and it also has a machine gun, so you can shoot. Look at the glass how it breaks when they hit it. I think the particle effects, and you do a good job with the lighting. It's gonna also have the dynamic weathering too.
And I'm pretty sure that the maps are going to be covering a lot of parts of New York City that are going to be like copies of them, which is going to be pretty freaking awesome. I love when they do that in video games. They copy like Watch Dogs was a Ubisoft product, copied downtown Chicago.
Yeah,
awesome city.
I also like that too because it makes it feel more real, makes it more lively, and it makes you want to defend that area and keep it safe.
What's the story though? Like who are they defending? Who are they shooting? What's happening?
Okay, what's happening here is that there's like let's say me, you, and Alex, Hitman create our group, and then DV and Prodigy have their group. They're gonna try to take our supplies, and we gotta try to protect ours. We create hubs or bases where our group can bunker down, and people are gonna try to invade those things. So it's basically like a futuristic survival game. You know how you always have those I can never say
post-apocalyptic.
Get out of here. Online multiplayer?
Yes,
Yeah.
online.
Right now, this is multiplayer. This is
That's
like a co-op.
that's why they got set back a little bit because they're trying to keep the fidelity and the graphics to what we're watching right now. They don't want to put it out because that was Watch Dogs' biggest problem. Because when they first showed it, everybody's like, "Wow, Watch Dogs." Then when it came out, everybody's like, "Oh, Watch Dogs."
It looks just like The Last of Us.
So basically, that's
You're
the
paying-
same
Well, it's a
thing.
third person, yeah.
You're playing.
Check
against
out
a
the
team,
map that
trying
he's gonna
to steal
pull
each
out
other's
right now.
supplies.
DV, check out that map.
No, I've seen this.
Boom.
Trailer, it's amazing.
Now that's downtown New York, right? Is what he's basically putting up there, and you can just
He's using
Why
Google
is it called
Maps
Division?
because
I
we
think
are
it's
our
a
own
special-
division,
yeah, it's a
and their
special division.
division,
Oh, okay.
and we're divided. So there's divisions in the city.
like. Did you ever heard of the Tom Clancy books? No. You never heard of the Tom Clancy Cloak and Dagger? Oh my god, the Tom Clancy franchise. Clancy.
What's a book?
She's seen the movies. Clear and Present Danger.
Maybe that's an old one. Did you ever see Clear and Present Danger?
No.
Well, anyway, Tom Clancy, super famous guy, created these books, these
He's
novels.
dead now.
Yeah, he's dead now. But God rest his soul. Made great books. And a lot of movies and now video games are adapting based off their characters, off of the books. So like this is a Tom Clancy. I don't think this is a story from Tom Clancy. I think now it's become more of a brand name. But they've made like the Rainbow Six games, Ghost War. Was it? Man, what were the first? No, oh man,
Tom Clancy was Rainbow Six.
Tom Clancy
Splinter
Ghost
Cell,
Ghost
Recon?
Ghost Recon. There we go. That Ghost Recon. They created those games. They were all based off Tom Clancy books.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're basically like your Cloak and Dagger type. It's like James Bond, basically.
Just think of Last of Us, but more future with more weapons and stuff. Like there's
Destiny?
no, in between Destiny and Last of Us
And
Like,
faster.
there's a portion where the girl puts a little turret on top of the car. They also have like I said the quadcopter with the gun and stuff. So it's a futuristic style shooter multiplayer. Fallout, which is DV's favorite game of all time. Have you guys ever played a Fallout game? Not Fallout Boy, the song group, but Fallout the game.
I did not. I was one of those games I couldn't get into at the time. I regret it. I would play it now. Fallout 4 looks amazing.
Before we continue, I hate that they stole my idea. Why did I say that? If you see the trailer right now, it keeps switching like post-bomb, pre-bomb. Like you'll see the city all nice and clean. Right there, you see the city that's nice and clean.
Nuketown.
And then it's nuked. And then that was my idea for a game. I wanted a game where you start off where everything is nice and dandy. You just figuring out the mechanics. You do little missions here to try to figure out the game. And then, boom, the disaster happens. And then all mayhem breaks loose. And I think that's what they're going to do with Fallout. You don't think so? They're just flashbacks?
Yeah, flashbacks. Think about it. They're all in the vault. Remember the vault?
No, but wouldn't it be... Okay, wouldn't it be cool that
Is
you
that how the
start off
story is?
outside and then the alarm goes off and then you got to run to the vault and then you go into the vault and you're in there and then it does like a scene and then when you come, boom, you're coming out of the vault. That's what Last of Us did.
Coming out of the vault 100 years later. Remember, you're dead.
Well, and the other ones was 100 years later.
So Fallout, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Fallout
I'm
means
been out of
fallout
the loop.
after the nuclear strike. That's what fallout means. So
Right, no, I know that. I know what it means. But for White Dragon and I, we don't know the storyline. So the storyline, it was all nice and dandy, and then the town gets nuked. in the
before it gets
50s.
nuked, everybody goes into different vaults. You have like different vaults, like
Fallout shelters.
yeah, fallout shelters, and
That's
they're
what they're
vaults.
called.
And then they're all numbered, so each family or each group or each city is designated to a certain vault. Because you could also in the game you go raid other vaults and find other stuff and all that stuff. But so basically those vaults are miniature little underground cities, and like DB said, they were in there for years.
They were experiments by Voltec. That's cool story stuff you can't leave out.
Yeah, it's Voltec comes up with it. The Pet Boy 3000. They come up with all that stuff. So it's like the cool thing is that it's in the 60s or 50s, but it has like sci-fi stuff from the future. Like you have these floating robots.
Like BioShock.
You have the Brotherhood. Right here's the Brotherhood suit. So all that's all cool.
So what
stuff.
we're looking at here is Fallout 4. Obviously, it's not gonna. It's carrying on from the story because
Yes.
I didn't.
Well, the way they do it, they bounce around in cities. The first Fallout was in Washington D.C. Fallout 3, right?
No, Fallout 3 was in Washington.
I didn't play the other Fallouts. So I started with Fallout 3. So 3 was Washington, then it went to New Vegas or Las Vegas, but it was called New Vegas. And now this one they're saying it's Boston because it's got, Fenway Park and all that stuff. So so that's another one that does the whole city thing that we were talking about.
That'd be pretty cool
So
to
it's
see.
a lot of landmarks and stuff. So Fallout's a really, really good game. You guys need to keep your eye on it. Hopefully Bethesda on Sundays, their conference, hopefully they show off a lot more of Fallout. It's a really good game. And it's an RPG. You could class and you level up and all that stuff, and you could upgrade your stuff. You have a companion, like the dog's a companion, or you could get other companions to follow you and they help you. And me too. It's amazing. Hopefully it's not as glitchy as New Vegas. Hopefully it's,
Being new to the Fallout series.
and whatever, the coolest thing about Fallout is the decisions you make matter.
That is
Every
pretty
single
cool.
one does. The endings, there's multiple endings depending on the decisions you make. And like I always tell the same story. Like you kill someone, you come up, they don't respawn, they're dead, and they don't come back. So you could kill a whole story branch by killing someone. So that's why your decisions, you have to make sure you make the right choices all the
It's
time.
kind of like The Witcher. The Witcher has 36 different endings. So I don't know if you can kill off certain parts of it yet because I haven't beat it. But there's so many different things you can do in that game. It's just huge.
Yeah.
We got to get you a copy of it. But the game is so cool. Like there's just so many decisions you can make. You can choose what dialogue you want, and it can make an effect on the ending of the game. But being new to the Fallout series, like if White Dragon and I were to start playing it, I mean, would you have to play the old ones to kind of figure out?
No, each one is its own story
It's
in
its own
itself.
story, okay.
Yeah, so they'll
This is
like
the
you'll see a lot of stuff rehashed again. A lot of stuff will come back and they'll
Yes.
announce a lot of stuff, and they'll explain most of it.
It's
between
not like
Vegas-
Metal Gear where you hop in the middle of it and you're like lost.
Man, you're lost in Metal Gear just by trying to figure out what's going on in the game you're playing.
Yeah.
But they do a good job of explaining everything, and there's a lot of stuff that you pick up and you read within the game that goes back and tells you a little of the lore of Fallout. And then I don't know if you guys ever played Just Cause before. They call it Just
Cause
Cause
2.
or Just
Cause, right? It's
Just Cause.
Is it Just Cause or Just Cause?
You could
I
use
would say
either one.
Cause. Like a Just Cause,
No,
I
but
could
I
just-
just did it cause I wanted to. so Just Cause or Just Cause.
Another great sandbox
it's a
game.
great sandbox physics game. Lets you just mess around. Like you see him with the wingsuit. He just crashed the airplane in an oil, tanker and just blew it all up. All the stuff you see him doing right now, you could really do in the game.
Yeah, it's like a combination of that game Mercenaries with GTA in it.
Yes.
It's like just a big abundance of it.
Yeah, they just got together one night, got pregnant, and this. Is
I
what
forget
came
where it
out.
was set. It was Brazil.
Well, one was in Brazil.
The second part, Just Cause 2, what I played,
Yeah.
was in Brazil.
Well, it was like a fictional.
Yeah. Yeah, fictional Brazil. But you
And
could
then it
see
has
the
all
gene.
the communist guys, what are the dictator statues all over the place. You
Yeah.
gotta bring them down. So they bring that back. You see it here where he takes one of the statues down. But it's a very good sandbox game. Lets you mess around and just go crazy on it. Have you ever played Just Cause Dragon?
I'm so new at
Is that a game that you're interested in? I mean, did you find that somewhat appealing to you?
Do you like games where you just go crazy and just mess around, or do you like structured games?
I like to try both. I'm still so new. Like I haven't like that's why I wanted to try The Witcher because it felt like a more structured kind of game that you just follow the little, I guess, breadcrumbs, white dots.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but and then the problem is that it gets to a point where there's like breadcrumbs everywhere.
Really?
There's like you look at the map and there's question marks.
Yeah,
everywhere.
I'm
So
not
you're
a
like,
fan of
oh.
that. It's like, damn, what do I do first?
The quest that you're is
Yeah.
the active quest.
Yeah, you could change the active quest, but if you look at the map, you're like where do I go? And the maps are huge.
Yeah.
But it's a cool game. I like it a lot.
Yeah, The Witcher
Well,
is
the
an
point
awesome
is
game.
you're supposed to do it all, right? That's what the
You
game's for.
can do it all.
Aren't you?
I can. I gotta support a family. I gotta go to work. Like supposedly to do everything, you have to spend like 400 hours.
Jeez.
Like divide that by what?
Oh.
7 divided by what? 2 times.
That's a lot of hours. I think I have that many hours. If you were to go log into like the battle log for Rainbow
I
Six
think
Vegas,
they figured
I
out
probably
on
have
White
close to
Dragon.
500 hours on there.
I figured out on White Dragon.
Yeah, somebody figured it out.
Should I confirm?
Negative. I would use an alias. What? Well, let's keep the momentum going.
Why, there's something happening in the chat. I can't tell what's
The
happening.
chat room is on fire today. It's like we got a
It's on
lot of
fire.
people on there.
Look.
How did they find out your name?
Because I'm logged into my
Yeah,
and
they
I
are.
subscribed and then
Oh, so you gave yourself up.
So did
I
I.
mean
Yeah.
I didn't he did too. I didn't know.
First day.
Now you're gonna get all this fan mail. People are gonna go crazy. They're gonna be making memes of you.
Well, that's what it's for. We want our fans to like our host.
Come on.
All right.
Someone's
So
talking about Saints Row.
there's so much other stuff. So Titanfall. You guys want to see a Titanfall game?
Yeah.
There's no footage on Titanfall.
No.
Titanfall?
Maybe for the second half of our show, we have our special guest that's coming.
Okay,
we have a
we'll
special
say
guest
that
coming
for Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Star Wars. We talked about Star Wars already. Call of Duty. They're Monday. They're gonna tomorrow. They're actually gonna show a new Plants vs Zombies.
Oh,
I know
great.
that you guys might not know, but Plants vs Zombies is huge. My kids play it all the time. Prodigy plays it all the time. DV plays it a lot. It's a free to play game, but it's fun and it's crazy and it's amazing. A lot of people play it. My son Bastion has an imaginary friend from there that he's always, oh Poppy, can you invite Nicolas to my birthday party? So he thinks that every person he thinks anybody that's talking to him on Plants vs Zombies is Nicholas. He's like, but Nicholas, why don't you give me ammo? Come on, Nicholas. And the kid's like, I'm not Nicholas.
I remember.
It's funny.
That's an annoying gamer, isn't it? Oh boy.
No, but it's a cool game. So they're gonna announce a new Plants vs Zombies. Rainbow Six. We're dying to see more stuff about it.
Oh yeah, man.
Mighty Number 9. DV's crazy about it. I am. I don't know. Did you guys ever play Metal Gear? Mega Man growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mega Man was awesome.
I love Mega Man. It's one of my favorite old school games. I don't know. I was more of a Mega Man guy than Zelda.
What?
Yeah.
No, I did.
No way. Zelda's.
I know. I'm the odd
Come
one.
on.
Zelda to me was like, okay. I used to love Mega Man.
I
more.
mean, Link was like one of the biggest characters introduced to Nintendo.
Come on, I got Mighty Number 9. Roll it, Prodigy.
Yeah, that's my number 9.
No, I wouldn't play that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play number 9.
I don't know.
No,
I
why
can't-
not? Check it out. Look, it's cool.
No.
It's made by the same guy that made that created Mega Man. Like DV said it before we started the show, they didn't want to give him the rights to make another game for Capcom. So he kickstarted his own game. He's like, I'm gonna put it at Kickstart, see what happens. It got so much bread. People were throwing money at him. He's like, you know what? I guess I'll make it for Vita too. And poof, it surpassed that too. Everybody
Wow.
went crazy. Everybody wants this game. It looks cool. I really like it. And actually, to me, I don't know about DV. This looks more to me like a game I would play on my Vita. Would you play like on your 3DS?
It's or on your iPhone. I mean, or some type of. I don't see that. Definitely a handheld system. You know, this isn't something. Maybe you could play on your.
Yeah,
on your
I'm not
console,
saying you
but-
won't play it on your Xbox One or something, but I think this is the kind of game that I'll play for a little while boom, 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 on my Vita. Then I beat a boss, put it away. Then the
Yeah.
next time I go out somewhere, boom, boom, I'll play the next boss battle. Kind of like Shovel Knight, but I like the way the graphics look. I like the same thing how Mega Man, once he defeats a bad guy, he takes over. Dragon's like, nah, I don't like this.
I think White Dragon would agree with me. This isn't a game I'd go home on my console and turn on and play.
Yeah.
This is something that I would play on my handheld, maybe.
It's because me and you are old school gamers. These
No,
are
it's like-
young
this
bucks.
is like what I would play on Game Boy or something.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
basically where it comes from. But I wouldn't go home and turn on my console for this
yeah,
game.
like
I used to have a Game Boy.
yeah, I guess
Does
you
anybody
wouldn't
still own a
Jones
Game
for-
Boy anymore? Does
Probably
he?
not.
I don't think I've seen one in
They're
a while.
extinct.
Yeah.
Okay.
They should
So
be.
now, if you guys want to call, you guys could call in. We'll give you guys like 5 minutes. Anything you guys want to go over as third party? What you guys are looking forward to? I know you're looking forward to Rainbow Six, right, Alex?
For first person shooter, dying for one because the first person shooting genre is going downhill with the Call of Duty franchise. I'm sorry. Those guys make way too many games. But don't get me wrong, Battlefield Hardline, closest as you can get to Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yeah,
sorry, Rainbow Six series.
They stole their mode with Rescue,
With Rescue, yeah. It's kind of like, but it was sort of the same.
but at the same time, Rainbow Six stole their destruction. Like you see here, they bust holes through the walls.
Yeah.
so
Is
they
that the
can
one
shoot
you can
through-
make a cave?
No,
No.
No. But I mean, it's something you have to do. Like destruction in games is more realistic. It's like you said
Yeah.
about disarming enemies and stuff. All right, so we got our first caller. Welcome to the GameBros show.
Nope, still ringing.
Yeah, it's still ringing, Prodigy.
Still ringing. Gotta answer.
Welcome to the GameBros show.
Oh, they hung up.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So
He's calling
They're
it.
calling again?
But Rainbow Six, man, this game
Answer,
looks
answer.
well done. Thank you for calling the GameBros show. What's going on?
Nope, they keep hanging up. Oh, wait.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear us now?
I have a question for them.
Sure. What's your question, man? Who are we talking to?
What do they think about the new games that are coming out? Do you think like they're better than the old school games, or like do they like old school games more?
I mean, you can't really compare. They're just completely different. They're coming out with new old school games, kind of like Mighty Nine. But you can't compare an old game to a new game. I mean, it's just two different things. But no, games are continually getting better and better each year. I mean, if you go back 15 years, I mean, I don't know how old you are, but if you go back 15 years and the way games have progressively changed, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, so the good thing with independent games now, they could make all these old school games. They're remaking Castlevania. They're making a lot of old Castlevania games. They're remaking.
I think there's a lot of old school games that you can make a new school.
Yeah. The good thing with independent games, it gives them an ability to do so.
Oh, we got another caller. Thanks for calling the GameBros show. How can we help you?
Oh, what's up, man? This is Punisher 305.
What's going on, man?
Oh, what's up? Finally.
Chilling, bro. Just here watching the show for the first time in history because I haven't had no time, and
Sweet,
thank God
man.
now I'm on it.
Well, thanks for watching the show.
No, man, absolutely, dude.
What do you think so far?
Is amazing. The games that you guys are gonna be showing for E3 is gonna be beautiful. I can't wait to see what E3 is gonna have in store for all of us.
Sweet. Yeah, us too.
Especially, I want to know more. I just want to know a little more what's gonna be happening on the PS4. I
Wait.
mean, the Xbox One. I mean, I can't say too much over the Xbox One. But I'm a little, yeah,
We feel you, my friend.
Are you a PlayStation fan or you own a PlayStation?
Yeah, he's a big time.
Yeah,
He
I
cosplays as
Pretty
Kratos.
much, I got the 2, 3, 4, and a bunch of other old systems that I have here. I still
Cool.
have the original Atari.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to add
Yeah.
Punisher on PSN. We'll have to link up later, and I'll send you some.
No, and he's representing a 305.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the chat, if you're in the chat room, just send your PSN there, and I'll add you later.
And like I said,
He's
he,
not. No, he's not. No,
Okay.
he's not. He's not.
Yeah, just subscribe
Yeah,
it
man.
now.
Much love I got sent to you guys.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
we
man.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Trying to get onto the show a long time.
awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I follow this guy on Instagram. He's cool as hell. He's always going back and forth. He's from Miami too. That's the cool thing. And he does cosplay. He cosplays as Kratos. and it's really, really awesome.
Nice.
So we are going to talk about PlayStation 4. That's later on in the show. So right now we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with DV and the Xbox One and all the X-Bone news you guys can take.